Learn from yesterday. Live for today. Hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The environment is everything that isn't me. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement of everyday thinking. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. That deep emotional conviction of the presence of a superior reasoning power, which is revealed in the incomprehensible universe, forms my idea of God. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Never memorize something that you can look up. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. The only real valuable thing is intuition. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. You never fail until you stop trying. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Creativity is intelligence having fun. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. We dance for laughter. We dance for tears. We dance for madness. We dance for fears. We dance for hopes. We dance for screams. We are the dancers. We create the dreams.